and it is four-time World Speedway champion from New Zealand, Barry Briggs. So if there's any Brits or Aussies or Kiwis in the grandstand, one of the great motorcycle speedway drivers of all time is in that car today. And we just saw a number 3 went by, which we believe the orange, white, and blue number 3 was a Bells Parnelli Jones car, which Al Unser drove in 1969. And that would be one of the very last of the four-wheel drive cars. 1969 was the last year that four-wheel drive was eligible for the Indianapolis 500. So referring to the car that just came out, it's orange, blue, and cream, number 3. It's a four-wheel drive Bells Parnelli Jones car that Al Unser drove in practice in 1969. The number 8 red Budweiser sponsored car was driven by Pancho Carter, and another just came by for the first time, we believe, was one of the Clint Bronner, Art Pollard driven, Jimmy Carruthers driven Gilmore Racing Team specials. Jim Gilmore from Kalamazoo, Michigan, before he was sponsoring A.J. Foyt, sponsored a team that was run by Clint Bronner. And that car just went out. Oh, and we did not mention the number 69 is the blue and cream with some orange trim. That was Bernard Jourdain in 1969. 1979. The white Oceanite Eagle, one of the 1972 Roman Slobodinsky designed Eagles. And I'm sure that there may have been those of you that were here on pole day 1972 when Bobby Unser obliterated the 1 and 4 lap track records. The record going into 1972 was 179 miles an hour by Peter Revson in 71. Bolt-on rear wings were now allowed, and Bobby Unser did a couple of laps at 196. I'm sure a number of you may have been here on that day. It was quite a moment. There's also a Weinberger Holmes Gerhardt that we did not refer to. That's the little rear-engined car, number 49, white. It was a Weinberger Holmes-sponsored car. The orange and purple number 5 that went by was a Lola that was driven by Lloyd Ruby. Actually, it was run in the 500 by Sam Sessions and finished 4th, but not with that particular paint job. In 1972, driving for Gene White, Lloyd Ruby had at his disposal an Atlanta car and a Lola, and Sam Sessions was offered whichever car Ruby decided against. And so Ruby chose the Atlanta car and finished 6th. Ruby drove the Atlanta car and finished 6th. The Atlanta car was a McLaren copy, and Sam Sessions took the Lola that Ruby had decided against, and Sam Sessions finished 4th. And in the garage area afterwards, Ruby came up to Sessions and said, "Congratulations, son, you just drove yourself right out of a race car." And at Milwaukee, it was Ruby in the car. And once again, we really appreciate all of the people who bought these cars. None of these cars belong to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Foundation, the museum collection. Every car that we have seen thus far has been privately owned by individuals who have gone to great time and expense to restore the cars back to the livery for which we best remember, and then also the expense of bringing the cars here so that we can enjoy them. So it appears that that is the conclusion of another session. I don't know if we get another one. Whether we do or whether we do not, they will be running again tomorrow morning, weather permitting, between 9 and 10 o'clock, or possibly 10:15, but certainly 9 to 10, the cars will be running prior to the drivers' meeting. So we hope that you can come back and join us again. And tell all your friends to come out and relive a lot of memories with Offie Roadsters and some of the earlier rear-engine cars that have wrote so much history here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. While the cars are not running, we'll give this one another shot. If you are from Great Britain, Australia, or New Zealand, and you were following motorsports in the 1950s and 60s and the early 70s, you remember a great world Speedway motorcycle champion from New Zealand by the name of Barry Briggs. He was out there with one of those cars, and it's the car that Larry Rice drove in 1978. Larry Rice from Linden, Indiana, was running 10th with a couple of laps to go, lost an engine and dropped to 11th, and was declared co-rookie of the year along with Rick Mears. Okay, the red light is on, and we will assume that that may mean the end of all the sessions. So we will wait here for a few more moments to see if there's a final session. But that could possibly conclude it for today for these cars. And we will be back again tomorrow morning, scheduled from 9 until 10 prior to the drivers' meeting. All right, well, we understand that after the tow-in, of the car that we were talking about just a few moments ago, the 1972 pole car, the Oceanite Eagle, as driven by Bobby Unser to win the pole in 1972. So we understand that there's a few minutes left, and we may indeed get to see cars come out again for just a few more minutes, but we think we're going to conclude at 9 o'clock, which is in 11 minutes from now. Just a couple of program notes. Tomorrow, amongst the many activities, the returning veterans autograph session will be taking place. And I have a list here, and it's considerably more drivers than I had anticipated personally. There's approximately 100 drivers on here who have driven in the Indianapolis 500 and will be signing autographs tomorrow. Session 1 is from 12 until 1, and it is over in the plaza area behind the pagoda. And session 2 will be from 1:30 until 2:30. And there was an astonishing array of drivers, from winners to drivers who had one start. And there's quite a few names that we haven't seen here for a while. So some of them might be obvious, but if you are an autograph seeker, I know that Chet Phillip is registered to be here for the first session. He hasn't been here for a number of years because he was involved with the little 500 up at Anderson. Jeff Brabham, George Mack, who I don't think we've seen since about 2002, is going to be here, or at least he is listed. Joe Gosick, Double O Joe, hasn't been here for a while. Robbie Unser is here. Robbie was here for the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association meet last year, but I saw Robbie a few years ago, and I said, "You haven't been here in May for a while, have you?" And he said, "No, 15 years. So if you're an autograph seeker and you needed Robbie Unser, son of Bobby, and Robbie had 2 500 starts here with a fifth in 1998, he will be here tomorrow. Ted Prappus. And in the second session, Bentley Warren. I don't think we've seen Bentley Warren here for quite a while. Claude Boubinet, Canadian. Dean Hall. Jeff Bucknam is registered. Now, there's no guarantee on any of these, but these are drivers who have indicated that they will be here. Shigeaki Hattori and Bern Schupan we've been in correspondence with. He's listed here, so we should be seeing Bern. And a number of winners. Emerson Fittipaldi apparently has indicated that he will be here. Anyway, looking up and down the list here, and it's pretty amazing. So that's tomorrow I believe will be on the north side of the plaza area will be the gigantic swap meet, or possibly that's on the south side. I guess that would be on the south side. Anyway, there's the memorabilia swap meet tomorrow, which I think starts at 8 in the morning, I do believe. And so you can run back and forth between seeing the vintage cars on the track and the drivers' meeting, which is at 10:30, and then a lot of people go down for the parade. I know they'll stay here for the gigantic autograph session, and once again, 2 sessions tomorrow. Session 1 will be from noon until 1, and approximately 50 drivers have indicated they will be at that one, and so it is highly unlikely that anybody could expect to get any more than a few. So hopefully there's no disappointments there. Every effort is made to have everybody taken care of, but logistics will tell us that it was not going to be possible to get 50 different autographs within a 1-hour period with as many people as we anticipate to be seeking them. And then anyway, that's from 12 until 1. And then from 1:30 until 2:30 is another session with a different group of drivers, and that also appears to be around 50 people. So all kinds of activities out here tomorrow at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, both today and tomorrow. And then we look forward with much anticipation to Sunday. And Sunday morning, when there will be a variety of surprises in store, and then hopefully what are very dear to a lot of us is the plan to run 33 Indianapolis 500 cars, driven in most cases, possibly all, but certainly in most, by past Indianapolis 500 drivers. Just prior to that is something we personally look forward to with great anticipation and find quite emotional, and that is the Parade of Champions. Indianapolis 500 winners from the past ride around for a lap of honor on the back of a pace car, and the indication is that the drivers who are driving in the race this year do not get invited because they have other responsibilities, but a number of the drivers who have retired but have a role as an owner or a team manager or sponsor, normally they show up, and it's always very moving. We believe that there's going to be about 18 former Indianapolis 500 winners that will go out, and that's sometime around 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. So get here early, and you can cheer as A.J. Foyt goes out, and Mario Andretti, and Parnelli Jones, and Bobby and Al Unser, and Johnny Rutherford, and Dario Franchitti, and possibly Emerson Fittipaldi, and who knows who else. Well, we don't hear any noise, so we're going to assume that that probably concludes the vintage cars for today. But we look forward to seeing you back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and seeing you at all of the numerous other activities that are available either at the track or in the surrounding area. And we thank you all for being here today. Bless you all for coming out to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
You got a truck for a reason, remember? So get some Firestone tires and go do truck stuff. Saw this in a movie stuff. Get off the internet stuff. Donde estoy stuff. Firestone Destination LE2, built with patented treads for maximum wet traction and 60,000 miles of truck stuff. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
The Hoosier Lottery's Indy 500 scratch-off is here. You could win up to $100 grand, or one of thousands of $100 prizes. Collect all 6, and scratch away to epic. Get your Hoosier Lottery Indy 500 scratch-off today.
Every customer follows a unique path with ever-changing expectations, and every one of them wants support when and where they need it. Keeping up can be a challenge. With a cloud contact center, you can deliver a consistent customer experience across every channel, transforming engagement and putting you ahead of your competition. Visit ININ.com to find out more.
Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Sweet.
What truck company do you think offers best-in-class V8 fuel economy?
Chevy.
Let's look at the second door. Best V8 horsepower.
I'm going with Ram. I'll go with Ram too.
Best-in-class V8 towing.
Definitely Ford.
Let's see how you did.
I'm scared.
Where's my scorecard? The new 2016 Chevy Silverado offers best-in-class V8 fuel economy,
Holy smokes.
horsepower, and towing.
They're all Chevy.
Whew, my goodness. Just reinforced my love for Chevy.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Good morning once again from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and welcome to Carb Day. Full day of activities planned for you. We've already had the historic race car exhibition, thanks to Donald Davidson for his excellent description of some of the cars that were out there on the 2.5-mile oval. Coming up here in just a few moments, the Firestone Pin number 2 distribution begins in the Pagoda Plaza. Also, before too long, we'll have an unveiling of the new USF 2000 car. That will be back in the Pagoda Plaza area. Sam Schmidt will take more laps around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in his 2016 Corvette Z06, modified by Aero. That will be at 10:30. And of course, at 11 o'clock this morning, the final practice begins prior to Sunday's 100th running of the Indianapolis 500. We will also have the Indy Lights race, the Freedom 100, coming up a little later this afternoon. And so just a full day of activity. That will be followed by the pit stop competition that will occur here on pit lane. Thank you for joining us here today. We hope you enjoy your day and the entire weekend as we get closer and closer to race day on Sunday for the 100th running of the greatest spectacle in racing. Let's go back to the unveiling of the new USF 2000 car.
Charlie Kimball and Matthew Brabham all cut their teeth in USF 2000, and of course, as well as the late great Dan Weldon and our very own Steve Knapp of Elite Engines, who was the 1998 Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year. Is the Mazda Road to Indy successful? I don't think there is any question that it is. Folks, the USF 17 that you're going to see shortly will be the new series standard for at least the next 5 years. And it will supersede that venerable Van Diemen chassis that really has been the backbone of the USF 2000 racing since 1999. As many of you know, Anderson Promotions has a long and successful history of promoting open wheel racing, and they actually currently oversee all 3 levels now of the Mazda Road to Indy: USF 2000, Pro Mazda, and of course Indy Lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get things underway here. Would you please welcome with me the man at the helm of Anderson Promotions? And some would say he's kind of a glutton for punishment, but we're glad that he's our leader. Ladies and gentlemen, this owner and CEO, Mr. Dan Anderson.
Thank you very much, Rob. This is a great day, great moment. We're at the hallowed grounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a very special place for everyone in open wheel racing. And we are very pleased, as Rob said, to do our second unveiling in years now. It's a great moment for the Mazda Road to Indy. It's a step forward for what we're doing, the entire ladder system, and we are very happy to be here today. The Mazda Road to Indy is very important. I think most of you who are involved in racing understand that. It is a training ground. It provides the drivers that are career-minded and looking to make it to the Indy 500 to cut their teeth and to learn their craft. And I think it is working better than anything in the world. I mean, there's no program like it in the world. We all know that. The scholarships provided by Mazda and the support of all of our partners makes it a very special place and a great training ground. 23 of the 33 starters in the 500 and 23 of the 33 guys that will be going out today in Carb Day practice came through the Mazda Road to Indy. This program truly does deliver drivers up the ladder and into careers in IndyCar racing. It's what we are all about, and it's what we are proud to do. I have a lot of people to thank today, and I'm going to try and go quickly to them. The most important partners here are Mr. Chris Pantani from Cooper Tires and Mr. John Doonan from Mazda. Joining us shortly will be Mark Miles from IndyCar. Those 3 entities and companies have been hugely supportive to Anderson Promotions in what we are doing with the Mazda Road to Indy. Additional partners here, and I've got to go to my cheat sheet. Gianfranco De Bellis and Corrado Casaraghi from Tatis Race Cars in Italy are here with us. They are the owners and builders of these Tatis race cars, and they have been tremendous partners. I can't say enough about the effort that they've put forth. You will see this car today in the unveiling, and I think you'll agree with me that they have hit a home run. It is truly a remarkable race car at a price point that is fantastic. In addition to John Doonan from Mazda, we have Kyle Kimball and Jim Bowie here with us today. Johnny Unser from Cooper Tires is also here with us. Vince Kramer is with us from IndyCar. Stephen Logan Knapp, our engine builders from Elite Engines, are here with us. Jody Gross and Todd Hayes from American Racing Wheels, partners with us on all 3 levels of the Mazda Road to Indy with their fantastic wheels. Greg Wazinski, Skip Williamson, Brian Rizzo from Carl Haas Auto. They are the importers and parts providers for all of our series. Neil Bateman is with us from Cosworth Electronics, Kelly Falls from Hyperco Springs, Craig Penchanino from Racing Communications, John Paul Hayden from Royal Purple Oil, and Nikki Stauber from Extreme TM. All valuable partners, all people that help put this program together and make this entire Mazda Road to Indy effective. A special thanks also to our host here at IMS, Mr. Doug Bowles. The Speedway has been fantastic to us as a program, accommodating us with this unveiling site, and Doug Bowles does a terrific job as president of the Speedway. Thank you, Doug. One other thing I'll mention before I turn the microphone back over to Rob is that what you will see today is not a show car. This is a race car. This is a car that will begin our prototype testing shortly. Scott Elkins will probably discuss that a little bit. But we are proud of the effort that Tatis has put forth to get us a car in complete shape. And I'm looking forward to that prototype testing. We'll be doing 6 days of testing. There will be a media opportunity at Road America the day after the IndyCar event for those of you interested in seeing the car running at that famous racetrack. One other thing I should mention, it's been mentioned already by Rob, that 2 years ago we unveiled the Dallara. We are proud of the Dallara race car as well. I think it's fair to say that the Italians build very good race cars. Dallara and Tatis are our Italian race car partners, and we are proud to be partners with both of them. Thank you all very much for coming, and I will turn it back over to Rob.
Thank you very much, Dan. Obviously, Dan had the opportunity to talk about some of our partners, and one of the ones that is so key when it comes to putting a new race car together is Mazda. And it's amazing to think what Mazda's done. They have essentially done more for young drivers, moving up the ranks than any other car manufacturer in the world. Between the Mazda Road to Indy and the Mazda Road to 24, 60 drivers have benefited by scholarship from Mazda worth over $12 million. Amazing support, and obviously some of the drivers that have worked their way here to the Indianapolis 500, like Spencer Piggott, would definitely attest that without Mazda, they would not be where they are today. Folks, at the wheel of this program is someone whose passion, enthusiasm, and commitment is absolutely unwavering, and the focus on grassroots racing, open wheel, sports cars, you name it, and we're pleased to have him with us here today. Please welcome the Director of Motorsports for Mazda, Mr. John Doonan.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Rob. And on behalf of all of us at Mazda, my colleagues, Kyle, Jim, and Jade that are here, thank you for joining us. A lot has already been said about the Mazda Road to Indy, but back in 2007, we announced the driver development program in order to give young talent the opportunity to grow their career in a Mazda or a Mazda-powered vehicle. From the grassroots level to the highest levels of the sport, the Indianapolis 500, 24 Hours Le Mans. Those are the kinds of events that all of us aspire to, but no one gave drivers a chance from the very bottom to the very top. And it has been our intention to develop the first and still only comprehensive driver development scholarship program in the world. What we're doing here has not been done not only in motorsport, but in any sport. There is no guaranteed ladder for young talent to grow their careers. That is at the heart of Mazda's brand. Racing is at the heart of our brand, and driving is at the heart of our brand. And when you put young talent in beautiful race cars like we're going to unveil today, it does come down to the driver and making drivers happy. And I think once drivers sample the new USF 17, they are going to be very happy. At the heart of this vehicle is the Mazda MZR power plant. That same engine that's in the MX-5 Miata, the best-selling two-seat sports car in the history of the world. It's an extremely reliable power plant, and Steve Knapp and his team at Elite Engines have done a terrific job. We're thrilled to continue to partner with Cooper Tires. They're a fantastic marketing co-partner with us in all of the Mazda Road to Indy. And it's a pleasure to have a new friend in the Tatus organization. We've met a lot of people along this Mazda Road to Indy, and we're thrilled when we have the opportunity to meet new friends. So I don't want to delay this because there is an absolutely stunning race car under this canopy, but we're thrilled to be able to do what we do. And on Sunday, when the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500 rolls off, 24 of those drivers will have used Mazda power on their way to the top. We couldn't be more proud of that fact, and we're absolutely thrilled to continue to develop the next generation of Verizon IndyCar Series stars. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. John, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Folks, the Tatis USF 17 is unique in that it will also form the platform of the Pro Mazda PM18 in 2018. It's going to have a more powerful Mazda engine. It's going to have increased aerodynamics and wider Cooper tires as well. And to tell us more about the entire program, please welcome the project manager of the Tatis USF 17 and our USF 2000 and Pro Mazda race director, Mr. Scott Elkins.
Thanks, Rob. I want to put a big thanks to Dan and Michelle for having the faith in doing this project and going forward with it. It's a real thrill, and I appreciate you guys having the faith in us doing this. The USF 17 is a dramatically different car over the current car that we have now. Not only is it an all-carbon monocoque chassis over a tube frame, but it also has increased brakes. It also has an increased data system. It also has increased safety features because, unique to what we do in the United States, we race on ovals, just like the Indy Lights race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we race at Lucas Oil Raceway out in Claremont. So the uniqueness of this car has been created because of the racing that we do in America. It's pretty cool. It also, as Rob said, will form the basis for the next car, which comes out in 2018, which is the Pro Mazda. It's a pretty unique project that we have here in the fact that we're actually taking a car, using it as a base for the next car. I don't think that's ever been done either, as well as the Road to Indy. So, and as Rob said, it's very simple. It's going to be a new engine, and it's going to be a new aerodynamic package to create that new car, as well as some new wheels. So we're very excited about it. We start testing on June 14th, and as Dan said, we have 6 test days over 4 different racetracks, and by the end of the month, we'll be completely finished and ready to keep selling the car and ready to get going next year. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Obviously, moving on through our guests here today, important guests we'd like to speak with. Let's start with Tatis. Folks, Tatis has been designing and manufacturing race-winning cars since 1980. The company has produced more than 1,700 chassis in the past 15 years and has competed on the worldwide stage. Tatis is a leader in the production of the FIA Formula 4 race car, as well as the Formula Renault 2.0, among others. Please welcome Tatis Race Cars Director, Gianfranco De Bellis.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. What I would like to say, that is a tremendous opportunity for us, and we have done a great. Thank you again, Dan, and to Indy for this fantastic opportunity. And what I'd like to say, in a few minutes we will show the car. I would like also to thank the great job that we have done with Scott during the winter, and hope with all our partners, with Steve, with Performance Fration, all people involved in this project. I would like to thank you very much, and I hope to give a bigger result with this car. Thank you.
Gianfranco, thank you so much. It's only fitting that we debut this car here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, because I would say that every one of our drivers in the Mazda Road to Indy is going to strive to race here one day. And as Dan mentioned, the Mazda Road to Indy really has some unbelievable partners, and with these partners, we're able to do what we're able to do. Folks, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, obviously a very important program for us, the IndyCar program as well, a key partner for what the Mazda Road to Indy is able to do. Please welcome the CEO of Holman & Company, the parent company of IndyCar and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Mr. Mark Miles.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I feel like I need to do the hat dance. I got the wrong hat on for this, but right now I'm representing IMS and IndyCar. It's great to see such a big crowd, and I won't go long because I know everybody wants to see this car. But I just want to make a couple points. The first is about Dan Anderson and his team, the perfect partner for us at IndyCar. we feel like the program is so important to us. The whole Mazda Road to Indy is foundational for IndyCar success. And we've got people who are knowledgeable, passionate, expert, and reliable. So we could go on about Dan and his team and all that it means to us. It's very reassuring and exciting. And this car, which we're looking forward to seeing, the Tadas USF 17, I'm told is going to be a big development for the future. And so it's important to us. And to be economical, I missed Dan's comments, we were having a driver's meeting, but to be economical and available and to look great and teach these guys the next steps in development to get to IndyCar is such an important role. So we want to say congratulations to Dan and to Tadas and to John and to Mazda and Cooper Tires and everybody involved. We don't get enough chance to say how important it is, so I'm happy to have that chance today. Good luck today in the race. Thank you.
Mark, thank you so much. Just a couple of quick housekeeping items before we unveil this car. We do have some USBs available for the media. If you want some pictures, information on the car, anything you need for your coverage of the event here today, that's available. We'll also have one-on-ones with our speakers today after we do a group photo. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to pull the cover off of this thing. If we could please get Dan Anderson and Gianfranco DeBellis to come up here, please. We'll get things underway. That's not, you didn't get the green flag yet. Wait for the green. Where's the race director? Scott Elkins is going to call a no start on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled. This has been a long time coming. We did the Dallara IL-15 2 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, the new state-of-the-art USF 17, the initial rung of the Mazda Road to Indy. Dan, pull that thing off. An absolutely beautiful new race car that will debut, of course, next year in 2017. There are a number of drivers excited to get into this car. We actually are going to have an announcement at 10 o'clock of a young driver who's already confirmed his program for 2017. Excited about that. Hang around for that. But ladies and gentlemen, there is our race car. We'd like to thank everyone for coming here right now. We're probably going to get some people up. You're able to get some photos of the race car itself. We'll get our speakers up here as well, all our dignitaries. For a group photo, and as I said, they will be available for one-on-ones as well. So if I can have all the partners come up for the photo, please. Everyone we brought in here, please come on up. We'll get a good group photo taken here, and then, of course, those of you in the media can come and have a really close look at the car itself.
All right, well, thank you, Rob, very much, and congratulations to everybody concerned with the Cooper Tires USF 2000 powered by Mazda. Beautiful race car. Congratulations to Dan Anderson and all of those involved in the road to Indy, because as has been proven in the past, it works, bringing drivers to the greatest spectacle in racing and to the Verizon IndyCar Series. All right, just a quick rundown on what's going to happen here in the next few moments. We will have Sam Schmidt back on the Speedway for some laps in his specially prepared Aero Sam car. That will be at 10:30. At 11 o'clock, the practice begins. 1 hour of practice prior to Sunday's 500, the final tune-up. After that, at approximately 12:30, the Indy Lights Freedom 100 race will begin. Following that, at approximately 2 o'clock, it's the Tag Heuer Pit Stop Challenge. And then at 4:30 this afternoon, in the Turn 4 concert venue, the concert involving Journey will begin. So it's a big day here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're glad you joined us, and we'll check back with you from time to time before the program gets underway. Enjoy yourself from all of us at the Speedway.